Hey gentlemen, how are you? How are you? How much do I love you that I'm trying to do a really specialist man about town recording kit. So I've got the old selfie stick out here to get a bit of length on it, give you a better view and aspect, but I've gone with the Rode lapel mic, which is all wired all the way into the phone. And because of the bluster that we've got today, I've even gone with a fuzzy mic furry ball. Hopefully that doesn't come too windy because it's got a bit windy here. Anyway, quick update. Mr. Lifestyle Trader is at it again. Just had a lovely lunch outdoors. Is a bit of a busy road though. Burst. So Burst is the biggest mover today on the Poloniex exchange. It's probably one of them, if not the biggest mover of all today, and the benefit is having a community, having a methodology, and having the mindset for picking specific perfect trades. A shout out to Angus, who I've given some credit to. We have our hero of the month. He's got £100 on the way over. I've made quite a bit more than that on Burst so far. So we were in at 580, started getting in 579 in fact. It was a model HVF. It brought a number of charts to the table and I picked out the winner there and said that's the one we want. Quite low down the rankings for market cap at number 90 when we looked at it, so you have to bear liquidity in mind. But actually I've not had liquidity issues. In fact, Dogecoin and some coins that are on much bigger market cap, and this is going to be a key point for you guys just to take notice of, some coins with a bigger market cap have less available trading, day-to-day trading liquidity. So when I got Dogecoin up, the chart was exceedingly blocky, even on the bigger time frames, never mind the intraday time frames. So you can have a huge market cap and you can have a lack of liquidity. You can have a smaller market cap, but there's quite a few people on the buy and the sell side that are getting in and out of the market. So market cap isn't the only test for liquidity. You have to look at the market as it stands and what kind of trade on average you get daily. You need to look at the volume histograms on your charts. What is the average daily volume? Anyway, so we've just made and run a couple of key levels, so we're going to pull back on Burst is my expectation. There's going to be a reasonable pullback as well, I expect. So the American session seemed to have woken up and they took us out of a wind-up HVF. That target was made to the upside, and that wind-up target also confluenced quite closely with a second interim on the bigger macro pattern. So we've got a confluence of setups that we're running, and we went pretty exponential as well, and we now got, I think, for the hourly chart that I've just looked on my personal Blockfolio. So if you don't have Blockfolio or a similar portfolio type app on your phone, maybe consider getting that one. We have a shooting star. So you've had a bit of a parabolic ramp, you've had a major shift in the volume up as we came out of the wind up on the break. You've had two targets run, you've got a shooting star. This is pullback time now. Don't be chasing in right now at these upper 800s. I tested the liquidity and took some off the table in the 900s because I'm slightly whale-esque on this this particular trade in terms of the size of the coin, and I don't want to be trapped. There was actually very good liquidity, but that was part supported by a really big amount of volume going on as it was running. Most people are momentum chasers. So when you're taking off the table into some really hot momentum, it's perfect. There are a whole bunch of sheep charging. Everybody wants to charge the thing that is already moving. No one does the work. No one was looking at it when it was quiet, funneling, sitting in a boring range, super tight. No one was finding that interesting. That's how you become the 9%, not the 91%. You do the stuff that other people find boring, and you stay out of the market when it comes to chasing, and you're often selling into that. So once we'd well run that second interim and we were going parabolic, I didn't see it running to 12.5 and 13s, our bigger targets. So did a bit of a liquidity test, took some off, and I'm going to be nibbling. I'll come back into this market at some point once it's had a pullback, and a pullback I think we'll have. Could I be wrong? Of course I could. It could rip to 13. I just don't expect to be wrong on balance of probability. This is a probability assessment. It's okay if I'm wrong. I just accept it. I've still got a substantial position on. So if you want to find out how to do this, if you want to be part of a community that's doing this, you need to get trained, you need a methodology, you need to develop the mindset, and that's harder work than you think. Everyone brushes over mindset and psychology, and further than that, you need the market. The crypto is the market, you need eyes on the market. That's where the community and the like-minded come in. So yes, we're dining out a bit on a good move that has given quite a substantial percentage already. It's about 75% running from 580 to nines, up at mid nines, but it's pulled back and it's going to pull back, and some of that equity will be given back, and it's okay. The profits made in sitting in the big moves, not getting out and sketchy. You've got to have a methodology and a reason, and you've got to have an eventual target. And I believe we have all of that, but we've not achieved that anything yet. It could fall all the way down from here and through 580, and we could lose money still. But if we get the 12.5s and we run through the round number of 13s, which is potentially possible, it'll be a great trade, and I'll probably leave a quartile of my size in as an investment holding, because anything that sets up HVF has an interest in it. Burst is deemed the green mining chip. In other words, it's not based on proof of stake, proof of work. It's on proof of capacity. It's a storage-based mining solution. In other words, it uses much less electricity, much less everything else. Will this catch on? Hell, I don't know. I'm not technically good enough to answer that. I'll tell you straight up. But it may, and I'll leave someone. And that's my story. So I hope you enjoy the clip. I hope audio's good. Tell me how it turns out, and I'll speak to you soon.